Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, here I will explain about experiential meaning. So you can see that there are 4 clauses here that already analyzed below are each signpost differently, although they have the same experiential meaning. As you can see that there are 4 here, and then the first clause is as a message about the lion, and then the fourth clause as a message about the unicorn. And on the other hand, the second clause is more likely to be part of a conversation about where various actions took place. And the third clause is about the agency of the action.
Hello, my name is Indah Priyasusylawati. I will explain about meta-language for discussing the first element in a clause. To analyze and discuss textual meaning, we need a simple and distinct meta-language. We call the first element is dim, and the rest of the clause is rim. Dim, the lion, rim, with the unicorn all around the town. All around, dim, rim, the town, the lion with the unicorn. By the lion, dim, the unicorn was beaten all around the town, rim. The unicorn, dim, was beaten all around the town by the lion, rim. Identifying dim. Dim, we have topical dim, textual dim, and interpersonal dim. Topical dim, the whole nominal group, verbal group, adverbial group, or prepositional phrase filling the first participant process or circumstance slot that function as a topical dim. All of the nominal group is included in dim. In this example, the man in the moon, dim, came down too soon, rim. The lion and the unicorn, dim, were fighting for the crown, rim. The whole of the circumstance element is included in dim in the following examples. On Sunday morning, my love will come in. On Sunday morning, dim, my love will come in, rim. For the second, textual dim, conjunctions are most likely to occur at the beginning of clauses. Each of the following clauses begins with a textual dim. Each of the following clauses begins with a textual dim which connects this experiential meaning to the meanings of neighbor clauses. Textual dim, conjunction, remember, but, nevertheless, and, when, and so. For the last, interpersonal dim. The most common interpersonal dim is defined in interrogative clauses where it precedes the subject and immediately signals that the speaker is demanding information. The following examples have an interpersonal dim combined with a topical dim. May we have some butter for the royal slice of bread? Interpersonal dim, may we, topical, have some butter for the royal slice of bread, rim. Jennifer, interpersonal dim, come topical, have rim. Could the team have beaten the grand finalists? Could interpersonal dim, the team topical dim, have beaten the grand finalists, rim. Probably they could. Probably interpersonal dim, they topical dim, could rim.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sarip Nusani, and in this clip I will explain about the notion of markedness and its application to themes, typical themes for different mood types. Because of the influence of mood on the choice of themes, our exploration of marked and unmarked themes should look at each kind of interaction separately. Number 1 is giving information in declarative mood. The unmarked themes for this mood has an actor. There are sayer, behavior, sensory carrier or identified. Subject and themes all maps onto the same nominal group. Number 2 is demanding information in interrogative mood. When the speaker requires a yes or no answer in a polar interrogative, an unmarked themes combine an interpersonal element with an experiential element and follows the patterns above where actor, subject, and topical themes are all mapped onto the same nominal group. The last is demanding goods and services in imperative mood. In this mode, the first position in the clause is most commonly filled by the process and predicator as themes is unmarked patterned.
E. Extending the notion of theme to clause complex, paragraph, and text. At the level of clause complex, diverse clause can also be regarded as thematic. In the following example, the entire first clause can be regarded as theme for the second. For example, when she got there, the cupboard was bare. Sentence when she got there includes theme, and the sentence the cupboard was bare includes rhyme. Let's move on in the next slide. Thematic progression. Theme is the signpost for a speaker or writer's point of departure, and each rhyme is the temporary destination. The thematic choices for the following clause shouldn't be unexpected. They should be connected with ideas that we have already made in the theme or rhyme of a clause not too far before. The following examples demonstrate different styles of thematic progression. This thematic progression is illustrated in figure 6.1. You can see in the PowerPoint or in this video. The only theme which is at all unexpected is the existential there in clause 7, which break the well-signpost progression of the text. Let's move on in the next slide. Similar patterns of thematic progression occur in text 4 and 5, pulled from an introduction to phonology. Let's move on to the next slide. Thematic drift. After we have divided any text into clauses and set out our analysis of transitivity, mood, and theme, we should be able to notice accumulated meanings emerging as overall patterns in the text. Look at this following example. Textual themes is italics and topical theme is underlined. And you can see in this video or in the PowerPoint, text 6 procedural text and text 7 recount text.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Eliza Umami with number present 15. And the next material in part F, other textual meaning. There are other textual resources which are not limited to individual clause. One relates to the text as a whole or cohesion, and the other to its division into information units or the organization into given and new information. Given and new information. A parallel textual system to them or RAM is the organization into given and new information. Speakers and writers choose their themes and their new information to guide their audience effectively through their text. This choice influences the organization of experiential and interpersonal meaning. Cohesion. Cohesion deals with devices that give a text texture. Cohesive devices include the lexical device of repetition, semantic relation, equivalence and semblance, and the grammatical device of reference, substitution, and ellipsis. Text 9 from Lewis Carroll's. Through the looking glass is shown first as a block, then divided into clouds with different cohesive divisions immediately after, then set out in lexical chains. Text 9. So Alice got up and walked about rather stiffly at first, as she was afraid that the crown might come off, but she comforted herself with the thought that there was no one to see her. And if I really am a queen, she said as she sat down again, I shall be able to manage it quite well in time. Lexical chains are an excellent way of exploring the main preoccupation of speaker and writer, and the way their texts develop. In this analysis, referential pronouns are replaced by their relevant nouns. And if Alice really is a queen, the Alice and royal chains would combine in clause 6. You can see this picture. The Alice chain is an identity chain of identical meaning passed from clause to clause using the proper noun Alice and the referential pronoun I, she, herself, and her, each referring to Alice. The second chain is a similarity chain of Alice movements. Quite possible we could have included the crown's movement in clause 3 in this chain. The third chain, which contains crown and queen, is another semantically related similarities chain. To sum up, by examining sequential and cumulative patterns of them, we can often discover the degree to which, for the first, the message meshes with an overarching purpose or concern, and next, the text exhibits an transparent design. And the last, the speaker or writer anticipates the needs of the addresses, or that is, the hearer or reader should not be surprised by the choice of them, as this would indicate that the progress or the drift of the text is not well constructed.
Okay, the last material is about implication for language teaching. The first is we're going to talk about the textual grammar of the message, enhanced language teaching program. The first is about organize meanings effectively into clauses. In clauses, complexes, paragraphs, and text. The second is know how to order words, clause, constituents, clause, and paragraph within text. And the last is control the use of textual terms. Next is about examining sequential and cumulative patterns of them. Can often discover the degree to which. So there are the messages meshed with an overarching purpose or concern. The second is the text exhibits a transparent design, and the speaker or writer anticipates the needs of the addresses. And then the next is the textual grammar of the message and text structure. The first is about the textual metafunction is often called the enabling metafunction, and the students can explore the interplay, the textual grammar of the message and text structure. And the third is students can practice using intonation patterns to highlight the textual grammar of the message. The next point is about the textual grammar of the message and mood. So the first is about the mode of a context of situation relates to the distance in time and space. And the second is interactive electronic and written language. And the third is the distance of the communication and activity it is communicating about determines how much work the language has to do. Okay, so I think that's all about the presentation. Thank you for your attention. Have a nice day and bye.